And Christine, the latest information from the California Highway Patrol just out, and this crash grows even more grim by the minute. Investigators say they were poking through the wreckage of the burnt-out vehicles, deep inside one of those burnt-out vehicles, and they found the body of yet another victim. That brings the death toll now to six lives lost in this crash. We're also learning more now about the driver, see it there, of that Mercedes, or what's left of it. That's the Mercedes that investigators say ran the red light. High rate of speed, slamming into cross traffic here at La Brea and Slauson. Investigators say the driver of that Mercedes was a female, 40 years old. She is one of 8 who are injured, rushed to the ER, and investigators say she has the most serious of all the injuries after this deadly, fiery crash. Look at this. A relative of one of those killed in the crash rushes in, pulled back by CHP officers after investigators find another victim deep in the wreckage, raising the death toll to 6. All this after a crash that turns the wreckage into a big fireball. At least 3 of the 7 vehicles involved burst into flames. This video shows the very moment the speeding Mercedes runs the light and slams into cross traffic.
And as like I said, when I stopped and I got in, I came over the hill. As I came over the hill, that was the explosion.
You could have been in that intersection.
I could have been in that intersection. I would have been in an intersection.
He was almost hit by that speeding Mercedes, lucky enough to escape with his life from this fiery wreckage. Bystanders then rush in to try to help, but they can't even get close, pushed back by the flames.
It's a big bang. It was a big bang, and after the big bang, the fire started, and people was screaming, and the worst thing is we can help nobody because the fire was out of control.
The casualty toll here is staggering. 6 lives lost. Among the dead, a small child and an unborn child. 8 others hurt and rushed to the ER, some ejected from their vehicles.
It slammed into multiple vehicles, which in conjunction kind of had a domino effect. It also struck other vehicles that were stationary.
The crash scene littered with debris, the wreckage mangled and twisted, most burned beyond recognition, even the utility pole and street sign scorched by the fireball.
We do have various detached parts of vehicles. We have some vehicles that are severely crushed. It almost looks like a war zone.
A war zone, he says, as the coroner brings in not 1 but 2 of its vans, following a fiery, deadly crash that still has witnesses shaking.
It's terrible, absolutely terrible, because it's a human life.
Now live, investigators are saying the same, shaking their heads, saying this is one crash that did not have to happen. The accident investigators saying there are no skid marks up in that direction of La Brea as that car was speeding down the hill, hitting this intersection. So as the investigator pointed out, no indication, no signs that the driver of that Mercedes even made any attempt to slow down or even stop before hitting that cross traffic. The investigation goes on here for your morning commute. Investigators say this is probably going to be closed, this intersection, Slauson and La Brea, through the night, may not even be open for your morning commute. It's a major roadway here if you know this area south of the 10, 6 lanes in all directions. You might want to plan other plans for tomorrow morning as the investigation into this deadly crash goes on.